vile creatures, get you home! What? Is this a holiday? Know you not that being mechanical, you are not to walk about the sign of a laboring day without the sign of thy profession. Speak, sir, what trade art thou?
Why, sir, a carpenter.
Where is thy leather apron in thy rule? What dost thou with thy best apparel on? You, sir, what trade are you?
Truly, sir, in respect of a fine workman, I am, as you would say, a cobbler.
What trade art thou? Answer me directly.
A trade, sir, that I hope I may use with good conscience, which is a mender of bad souls.
What trade, thou knave, thou naughty knave, what trade?
Nay, sir, be not out with me, I prithee.
But if you be out, sir, I can mend you. Mend me! What meanest thou by that, you saucy fellow whom I cobble you?
Thou art a cobbler, then, art thou?
Truly, sir, all that I live by is with the all. I meddle with no tradesmen's matters, nor no men's matters, but with all. As proper a man as has ever trod upon meat's leather has got upon my handiwork.
But wherefore thou art thou not in thy shop today? Wherefore dost thou lead these men about the streets?
Truly, sir, to wear out their shoes and get myself into more work.
Why, sir, we make sport to see Caesar and rejoice in his triumph. Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings thee home? What tributaries follow him into the city to grace in captive bonds his chariot? You blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things, you hard hearts, you cruel men, knew you not Pompey?
No.
Many a time and oft have you climbed to battlements and towers, to windows and chimney tops to see great Pompey pass the streets. Do you now call out a holiday? And you now put on your best attire, and you now strew flowers in the wake of he that comes in triumph over Pompey's blood! Be gone! Hail Caesar! Great mighty Caesar!
See whether their basest metal be not moved. They vanish tongue-tied in their idleness. This way will I remove the statues where I do find them decked with ceremonies.
May we do so. You know it's the feast of Lupercal.
It is no matter. Let no image be hung about with Caesar's trophies. This way will I remove the vulgar from the streets where I do find them thick. So do you. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's side will make him fly an ordinary pitch, who would else soar above the gaze of men and leave us all in servile fearfulness.
Here, my lord?
Stand you directly at Antonius' way when he doth run his course. Antonius,
Caesar, my lord.
Forget not your haste, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia, for, as our elders say, that the baron touched in his holy chase, shake off their sterile cause.
I don't remember when Caesar says do it. Perform.
Then set on, and leave no ceremony out.
Caesar!
Ah, who calls?
Let every noise be still! Peace yet again!
Who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music cry, Caesar! We'll speak. Caesar has turned to listen.
Beware the Ides of March.
Who is that woman?
A soothsayer bids you to wear the Ides of March.
Bring her before me. Let me see her face.
Fellows, come from the crowd and look upon Caesar.
What sayest thou to me now? Speak.
Beware the Ides of March.
She is a dreamer. Let us leave her. No, that's... No.
Oh, Brutus, will you go to see the order of the court?
Not I.
Oh, I pray you do.
I am not gamesome, Cassius. I do lack some part of that quick spirit which is in Mark Antony. Let me not hinder you, though, Cassius, of your desires. I'll leave you to it.
But Brutus, I do observe you now of late, and I do not have with your eyes that gentleness or show of love as I am wont to have. Why, you bear too strange and too stubborn a hand over a friend who loves you.
Oh, be not deceived, Cassius. If I have chosen to veil my look, I turn the countenance of the trouble merely upon myself. Vexed I am of late with passions of certain differences, conceptions of which purely to myself, which might give certain soil to my behavior. Let not therefore my good friends be grieved, among which number Cassius. Be you one, nor construe any more neglect, rather than that just Brutus, poor Brutus, forgets to show his love to his friends.
Well then, Brutus, I have much mistook your passions. By means whereof this breast of mine hath buried thoughts of great value, worthy cognitions. But tell me, dearest friend, can you see your face?
Of course not. What sort of a question is that? How can the eye see itself, unless, of course, through reflections of other things?
'Tis just, but it is very much lamented. You have no such mirrors that could turn your hidden worthiness into your eye. Thus you might see your shadow.
What trouble do you lead me into this time, Cassius, that you have me look within myself, that which I do not already have in me?
Why, now be prepared to hear, my friend. Since you know that you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your mirror, will modestly discover unto you that of yourself which you do not yet know. Be not jealous on me, good Brutus. Why, were I a common laugher, or did use to stale with ordinary oaths my love to every new protester? If you knew me to fawn on men and hug them hard, and after turn to scandal them, or if you knew me to profess myself in banqueting to all the rout, why then, hold me dangerous.
What is that shouting? I do fear it might be the people that they're probably crowning Caesar for a king.
Aye. Do you fear it? Then I must think that you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius. Yet I do love him so. I love him as a father. I always have. Wherefore did you hold me here for so long? What is it that you wish to impart upon me? If it be anything for the greater good, give it to me straight. I'll set honor in one eye and death in the other, and judge them both impartially. For the gods may so speed me. I love the name of honor more than I fear death.
Well, honor is the subject of my story, for I was born just as free as Caesar. As for you, why, we have both fed as well, we can both endure the winter's cold as well, and once upon a rock and gusty day, troubles Tiber chafing with her shores, a young Caesar did say to me, "Dearest thou, Cassius, plunge in with me into this angry flood and swim to yonder point." And encountered as I was, I did. And I bade him follow, as he did. Yet, ere we could reach the point proposed, Caesar cried out to me, help me, Cassius, or I shall sink." And I, as Aeneas, our great ancestor, did from the flames of Troy bear the old Anchises upon his shoulder, did I, the tired Caesar, from the waves of the Tiber. And now this man has become a god. And this Cassius, but an old wretch, who must bend her back, Caesar, but so much as carelessly nod upon her.
There was another shouting. It might just be for new honors that are being heaped upon Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the world like a colossus, and we petty men must walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Brutus, men are at some point masters of their own fate. Why, the fault is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are the underlings. Why? Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that Caesar? That his name should be sounded more often than yours. Write them together, and they are just as fair. Sound them together, and it doth become the mouth well. Weigh them, and they are just as heavy. Conjure them, and Brutus shall strike up the spirit just as soon as Caesar. But in the name of all the gods at once, upon what meat doth this our Caesar feed, that he is grown so great? Age, thou art ashamed.
Cassius, what you have said, I will consider, and what you have to say, I will with patience hear. But not right now. Pick a time and a place, and we will answer these high things. Till then, good friend, let me have you chew on this, that Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself as the son of the nation in harsh times such as this that are to be laid upon us.
Well, I am glad that my weak word could strike with such a show of fire from Brutus.
Wait, the games have ended. Caesar is approaching. Caesar doth have a shine of anger upon his brow, and everyone else seems frightened, like they're in a chilling train. Calpurnius shrieks up here, and Cicero, his eyes are like a ferret, fiery and fierce, and filled with fear. Almost like the time he was being crossed by the other senators of the Capitol.
Worry not. Casca will let us know what the problem is.
Antonius,
Caesar.
let me have men about me that are fat. Sleek-headed men and such as sleep at nights. Young Cassius has a lean and hungry look. Such women are dangerous.
Fear her not, Caesar. She's not dangerous. She's noble and well given.
Would you were fatter, but I do not fear her. Yet if my name were liable to fear, I don't know the woman I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. She reads much. She is a great observer and sees quite through the needs of men. She loves no plays as thou dost, Antony. She hears no music, and she seldom smiles, and smiles in such a sort as if she had mocked herself and scorned her spirit to be moved to smile at anything. Women such as she never be at heart's ease while they perceive greater than themselves, and as such they are very dangerous. I tell thee rather what is to be feared rather than what I fear, for I am always Caesar. Please, come on my right hand, for this here is heaven, and tell me what thou thinkst of her.
Hey, Casca! What had happened to Chance today that Caesar looks so sad?
Why, you were with him, were you not?
If I were, Casca, I wouldn't have asked Casca what had happened to Chance today, now would I, Casca?
Why, there was a crown offered him. And being offered him, he put it by with the back of his hand. Thus the people fell a shouting.
What was the second shouting for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted thrice. What was the last shout for?
Why, for that too.
Well, the crown was offered to him thrice.
Aye, there he was. Caesar refused it thrice, each time more gentler than the other. And still as he refused it, mine honest neighbors shouted.
But who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
Why, tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
I can as well be hanged as to tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery, I did not mark it. I saw Mark Antony offer him the crown, but 'twas not a crown, 'twas one of these coronets. And as I told you before, he put it by once. But for all that, to my thinking, he would fain have had it. Then he offered it again. He put it by again. But to my thinking, he was loath to lay his fingers off it. Then he offered it the third time. He put it the third time by, and still as he refused it, the rattlement hooted and clapped their chapped hands and uttered such a great deal of stinking breath because Caesar refused the crown that it had almost choked Caesar, for he swooned and fell down at it. For my own part, I durst not laugh, for fear of opening my lips and receiving the bad air.
But soft, pray you. What did Caesar swoon?
He fell down at the mountains, foamed at the mouth, and was speechless.
Hey, Casca, what said he after he came unto himself?
When he came unto himself again, he said that if he had done or said anything amiss, he desired their worships to think it was his infirmity. 3 or 4 wenches where I stood cried, "Alas, good soul!" and forgave them with all their hearts. But there's no heed to be taken of them. If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less.
And after that, he came thus sad away.
Aye,
And what did Cascus, and what did Cicero have to say?
aye, he spoke Greek.
To effect.
Those that understood him smiled and nodded, but for mine own part it was Greek to me. I tell you other news too. Sulla and Flavius, for pulling scarves off Caesar's images, are now imprisoned.
Will you have dinner with me tonight?
No, I am promised forth.
Very well, and will you dine with me tomorrow?
Aye, if I be alive and your mind holds and your dinner worth eating.
Good. Then I shall expect you.
Do so. Farewell both.
What a blunt fellow he's grown to be. He was quick-mettled when we went to school together.
And still he is in execution of bold or noble enterprise. He merely puts on the starting form. Why, his rudeness is a sauce to his words that gives common men the stomach to digest his wit with better appetite.
I believe you, Cassius, and so it is. For now, I will leave you to it. If you wish to answer those high things, I shall come home to you. Or, if you shall have it, come home to me, and I will wait for you patiently.
I will do so. Brutus, until then, think of the world. Caesar doth bear me hard, but he loves Brutus. If I were Brutus now, and he Cassius, I should not let him humor me. For in this night, in several hands, and coming from several citizens, I shall throw in his window writings, all tending to the great opinion with which the people hold dear Brutus's name. And Caesar's ambition will be obscurely glanced at. And after this, let Caesar see himself sure. We will shake him, or else worse days shall we endure.
Good evening, Casca. Brought you Caesar home? Why are you breathless, and why stare you so?
Are you not moved? When all the sway of earth shakes like a thing unfirm? Oh, Cicero, I've seen tempests tempests that have rived the knotty oaks, and I have seen the ambitious oceans swell and rage and foam to be exalted by the threatening clouds, but never till tonight, never till now did I go through a tempest dropping fire. I know there's a civil strife in heaven, and the world too saucy with the gods and senses them to send destruction.
My, saw you anything more wonderful?
A common slave, you know him well by sight, held up his left hand, which did flame and burn like 20 torches joined, and yet his hand, not sensible of fire, remained unscorched. And there were drawn upon a heap 100 ghastly women transformed with their fear, who swore they saw men, all in fire, walk up and down the streets. And just yesterday, the bird of night did sit even at noonday, hooting and shrieking. When all these prodigies do so conjointly meet, let no man say, well, these are the reasons, they are natural. For I believe there are portentous things under the climate that they point upon.
Indeed, it is a strange disposed time, but men may construe things into their fashion, clean from the purpose of the things themselves. Come, Caesar, to the capital tomorrow.
He doth, for he did bid Antonius give word to you that he would be there tomorrow.
Well, good night then, Casca. This disturbed sky is not one to walk in.
Farewell, Cicero.
Who is there? Casca. By your voice.
Your ear is good. Cassius, what night is this?
A very pleasing night to good and noble men. Now could I, Casca, name to thee a man most like this dreadful night. A man no mightier than myself or I in personal action, yet prodigious grown and fearful, as these strange eruptions are.
Oh, indeed, they say the senators tomorrow meet to establish Caesar as a king.
Do they? Then, I know where I shall wear this dagger then. And Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. For there are no stony towers, nor walls of beaten brass, nor airless dungeons, nor strong links of iron that may be retentive upon the strength of spirit. But life, grown so weary of these worldly bonds, never lacks the power to dismiss itself. Why, if I know this, then let all the world be known. That part of tyranny, which I do bear, I can shake off at pleasure.
So can I. So every bondman in his hand bears the power to cancel his captivity.
And why should Caesar be a tyrant then? What? Those that with haste will make a mighty fire begin it with the weakest straws. What trash, what rubbish, what offal is our nation then, when it serves for the base matter to illuminate so vile a thing as Caesar? Oh, grief, where hast thou led me? Perhaps I am speaking this before a willing bondman. Alas, if this is true, then I know my answer must be made, but I am armed, and all dangers are to me indifferent.
You speak to Casca, and to such a man that is no fleer telltale. Hold my hand. Be factious for redress of our griefs, and I will set this foot of mine as far as who goes farthest.
Here is a bargain made. Casca, know this. I have already moved some of the noblest minded people to undergo with me an enterprise of honorable, dangerous consequence. And I know that now I am waited for in Pompey's forge. For this night there is no walking or stirring in the streets. And the complexion of the element favors the work we have in hand. Bloody, fiery, and most terrible.
Stay close a while. Here comes one in haste.
Casca, Cinna, a friend. I do know her by her gait. Cinna, to where haste you so?
To find out you. Who's that one, Cinna?
No, this is Casca, a fellow incorporate to our purpose. Now, tell me, Cinna, am I stayed for?
I'm glad on it. What a fearful night this is. There's 2 or 3 of us have seen strange sights.
Cinna, am I stayed for or not? Tell me so.
Yes, you are. Oh, Cassius, if you could but win the noble Brutus on our side.
Be content, good Cinna. You shall have Brutus. Here. Take this, lay it in the praetor's chair where Brutus should find it. Throw this in at his window, and this set upon with wax from old Brutus' statue. When all is done, return to Pompey's theater where you shall find us. Is Decius Brutus there?
All but Nicholas Simber, he's gone to fetch you at your home.
Very well. All is done, repair to Pompey's porch.
I will hide and bestow his favor if you bid me.
Now, Cass. Let us go to Brutus' house. The 3 parts of the man belong to us already, and the man entire, upon the final encounter, shall yield to him ours.
Oh, he sits high in the people's hearts, and what might appear offense in us, his countenance, like richest alchemy, can change to virtue and to worthiness.
Him and his value, and our great need of him, you have right well conceded. Come, for it is after midnight, and ere day we shall awake him and be sure.
Lucius, come forth, I say. I cannot by the progress of the stars tell how close the day it is. Lucius! Well, it'll be my fault you sleep so soundly. Lucius! Come hither!
Called you, Brutus?
Aye. Get me a taper in my study. And once it is lighted, come call me here.
I will.
It must be by his death. And for my part, I know no cause to spurn at him except for the general good. Caesar might be crowned king, and power can drive men, honorable men, insane. And how this changes his nature, that's the question, isn't it? But the abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power. And truth be told about Caesar, I've never really known when his affections have swayed more than his reasons. But that's this common proof. Lowliness is young ambition's ladder, where the climber upward turns his face as he climbs. And once he has attained topmost round, he turns his back to the ladder, watches through the clouds all the scorning degrees that he has ascended. And so Caesar may, lest of course he may prevent. And since our quarrel will bear no color for the thing he is, fashion it thus that what he is, augmented, taken to the extremities, think of him as a serpent's egg, which, once hatched, will grow to its kind, mischievous, unless of course he were killed in the shell.
The taper burns in your closet. While I was searching the window for a flint, I found this letter thus sealed up, and I'm certain it did not lie there when I went to bed.
Give it to me! It isn't day yet. Go back to bed. Say, is tomorrow not the Ides of March?
I know not.
Well, look in the calendar and bring me word.
I will.
But the exhalations in the air and whizzing about give so much light that I might just read by them. Brutus, thou sleepest, awake and see thyself. Speak, strike, redress. Brutus, thou sleepest. Awake? Such instigations have oft been dropped when I have looked by them. Speak, strike, redress? Am I entreated to speak and strike? Oh, country, to thee I make promise. If a redress will follow, I shall receive that full petition at the hands of Brutus.
Brutus, March is wasted 14 days.
'Tis good. To the door. Somebody knocks. Ever since Cassius did wet me against Caesar, I haven't slept. Between the acting of a dreadful thing and its first motion, the interim, it's like a giant phantasma, like a hideous dream, where the genius and the mortal instruments are in council, and the state of man, like a little kingdom, suffers at the art of insurrection.
Brutus, it's your friend Cassius at the door who doth desire to see you.
But is she alone?
No, there are more with her.
Do you know them?
No, their hats are plucked about their ears and half of their faces buried in their cloaks, that I may not discover them by any mark of favor.
Very well. Let them enter. They are the faction. Oh, conspiracy! Shamest thou to show thy face, to knock on my door at the darkest of the night when evil is most free? Ah, conspiracy, where wouldst thou find a cavern dark enough to hide thy monstrous visage in the daylight? Seek none, conspiracy, for I know thou dost hide behind smiles and the act of affability. For if thou didst decide to show thy face, not even the devil, nay, not even hell-like Erebus himself would dim enough to hide thee from prevention.
I fear we are too old upon your rest, Julius. Good morrow. Do we trouble you?
No, Cassius, I haven't slept. Know I these men that come with you?
Oh yes, every man of them. And no man here but honors you, and wishes you had that same opinion of yourself that every noble person doth bear. This is Decius Brutus. This Casca. This Cinna. And this Metellus Cimber.
Yes, Cassius, they're all welcome here. But what watchful cares to depose themselves betwixt your eyes and the night that you bring them here?
Shall I entreat a word?
Here lies the east. Doth not the day break? Here.
No.
Oh, pardon, sir, it doth. And yon grey lines that fret the clouds are messengers of day.
You shall confess that you are both deceived. Here, as I point my sword, the sun arises. There's a great deal growing on the north, weighing in the youthful season of the year. 2 months hence upcast, higher towards the south, he first presents his fire. And the high east stands as the capital directly, here.
Give me your hands. All over, one by one.
Yes. And let us swear our resolution.
No, not an oath. It's not the faces of men, or the sufferance of our souls. It's not time's great abuse. I'm sorry. Are these motives too weak for you? If that be the case, go back to the iron bed that you so confidently left, and let high-sighted tyranny range on, and claim each and every single one of your lives by lottery. And if these motives are strong enough, which I certainly hope they are, to kindle cowards, to fill with valor the melting spirits of women and then countrymen, what other cause do we need to spurn than our own? What other bond than the bond of men who have sworn to never palter? What other oath than the oath of honesty, to honesty engaged, or that we shall fall for it?
Yes, but what about Cicero? Shall we sound him? I believe that he will stand very strongly with us.
Let us not leave him out.
No, by no means.
Oh, let us have him, for his silver hairs will purchase us a good opinion, and by men's voices to commend our deeds. Shall be said that it was his judgment that ruled our hands, our deeds and violence. Shall no one appear, but all be buried in his grave.
No, not Cicero. Let us not part with him, for he will never follow what another man begins.
Very well, then leave him out.
Indeed, he is not fit.
Shall no man else be touched, but only Caesar?
Very well earned, Theseus. I do believe that it is not meet that Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive his beloved Caesar. We shall find in him a shrewd contriver, and his means, if he improve them, may stretch so far as to annoy us all. Which to prevent, let Mark Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, like wrath in death and then envy afterwards. Mark Antony is but a limb of Caesar. Let us be sacrificers and not butcherers. If only there was a way to kill the spirit of Caesar without first dismembering him. We need to stand against the spirit of Caesar. And alas, he must bleed for it. Let us therefore kill him boldly and not wrathfully. Let us prepare him as a dish fit for the gods, not hew him as a carcass fit for the hounds. And let's stir our feelings in our hearts like subtle masters do, not that of rage, no, but that of chide. Only that way will our acts seem necessary and not envious. Let us be perjurers and not murderers.
Yet I fear him, for in the engrafted love
There
which
is no fear in him. Let him not die, and he will live and laugh at this hereafter.
Yes. Peace. Count the clock.
The clock hath stricken 3.
'Tis time to part.
But I fear that Caesar may not come forth to the capital today, for he has grown superstitious as late. It may well be that these apparent prodigies, the unaccustomed terror of the night, and the persuasion of the arguers may keep him from the capital today.
Never fear that. If he be so resolved, I can oversway him. For he loves to hear that unicorns may be betrayed with the trees, bears with glasses, elephants with holes, lions with toils, and men with flatterers. And when I tell him that he hates flatterers, he says he does, being then most flattered. Let me work, for I can give his humor the true bent, and I will bring him to the capital.
Nay, we will all of us go there to fetch him together.
Aye. By the 8th hour, is that the uttermost?
Be that the uttermost. Fail not that.
Caius Ligarius doth bear Caesar hard, who rated him for speaking well of Pompey. I wonder what none of you have thought of him.
Oh, let's go and buy him, and go to Caesar, and fashion him hither. He loves me, and I've given him honorable reasons to. We will fashion him thus.
The morning comes upon us. We shall leave you, Brutus.
Gentlemen, look fresh and merrily. Let not our faces put on our purposes, but wear it as actors do, with formal constancy and untired spirits. And so, good morrow to you, everyone.
Come.
Brutus, my lord?
Portia, what mean you? Wherefore write you? It isn't thus for your health to come in your weak condition to this well-cold morning.
Nor for yours neither. You urgently, Brutus, stole from my bed. And yesternight at supper you arose suddenly and walked about, using and sighing with your arms across. When I asked you what the matter was, you answered not, but stared on me with ungentle looks. Yet I insisted, yet you answered not, but with angry wafture of your hand, gave sign for me to leave. So I did. It will not let you eat, nor talk, nor sleep. And could it have such effect on your shape as it hath prevailed upon your condition, I should not know you, Brutus. Dear my lord, make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am not well in health, and that is all.
Brutus is wise, and were he not unhealthy, would embrace the means to come by.
Why so I do, good Portia? Just go to bed.
Is Brutus sick? What? Is Brutus sick? And would he steal out of his wholesome bed to dare the vile contagion of the night and tempt the roomy and unpurged air to add to his sickness? No. No, not my Brutus. You have some sick offense within your mind that by the right and virtue of my place I ought to know of. And so, upon my knees, I charm you by my once commended beauty, by all your vows of love, and that great vow that did incorporate and make us one, that you revealed to me yourself, your half your heart, why you are heavy, and what men tonight have had to resort to you for
Kneel, not gentle, Portia!
I would not need if you were gentle, Brutus! Within the bond of marriage, Brutus, tell me, is it accepted that I should know no secrets that appertain to you? Am I yourself but in sort or limitation to keep with you at meals and comfort your bed and talk with you sometimes? Dwell I but in the suburbs of your pleasure? It be no more. Portia is Brutus' harlot, not his wife.
You are my true and honorable wife, Portia, as dear to me as the bloody drops are that visit my sad heart.
If this were true, then should I know this secret? Reveal to me your counsels, my lord. I will not disclose them. I have made strong proof of my constancy, giving myself a voluntary wound here in the thigh. Can I bear this wound with patience and not my husband's secrets?
Portia! 'Tis going on! And by the bosom shall not take the secrets of my heart. All my engagements I will construe to thee. All the secrets of my sad heart, just leave me with haste.
Brutus.
Portia! No! Please.
For heaven nor earth had been at peace tonight. Thrice in her sleep hath Calpurnia cried out, "Help, ho, they murder Caesar!" Who is within?
What mean you, Caesar? Think you move forth? You shall not surround your house today.
Caesar shall forth. The forces that have threatened me have but looked on my back, and when they shall see the face of Caesar, they are banished.
Caesar, I have never stood on ceremonies, yet now I do fear them. There's more within besides what we've seen and heard. Counts was towards sight seen by the watch. Fierce and fiery warriors did fight upon the clouds in ranks and squadrons in right form of war, which rained blood upon the capital. The sounds of battle hurtled through the air. Horses did neigh and diamond and groan and ghosts did squeal and shriek in the streets. Caesar! These things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never tasted death but once. And of all the wonders that I have yet seen, I find it strangest that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
My lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house and not your own. We'll send Mark Antony to the Senate House, and he shall say you are not well. Let me, upon my knee, prevail in this.
Mark Antony will say I am not well. And for thy humor, I will stay home today. Here's Decius Brutus. He will tell them so.
Caesar! All hail. Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate House.
And you come in happy time to give my greetings to the senators, and to tell them I will not come today. Cannot is false, and dare not false her. Tell them so, Decius.
Say he is sick.
Will Caesar send a lie? Have I stretched my arm so far in conquest to be afraid to tell Gravius the truth? Decius, tell them Caesar will not come today.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is in my will, and that is enough for the senators. But, for your own private satisfaction, and because I love you, I will tell you. Calpurnia here, my wife, dreamed today that she saw my statue, which, like a fountain with 100 pipes, did run pure blood, and that many lusty men came smiling and did run their hands in it. And this she does take as portents, as warnings, and of evil's imminence, and hath begged me on her knee not to go today.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision fair and fortunate. Your statue spouting blood in many pipes from which so many smiling men bathed signifies that from you the great nation shall suck reviving blood, and great men shall press for stains, tinctures, relics, and cognitions. This, by Calpurnia's dream, is signified.
And by this you have well expounded it.
I have. And when you have heard what I can say, and know it now, the Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. If you shall send them word you will not come, their minds may change. Besides, it were a mock act to be rendered for someone to say, break up the Senate till another time, when Caesar's wife shall meet with better dreams. If Caesar hide himself, shall I not whisper low? Caesar is afraid. Pardon me, Caesar, for my dear, dear love to our proceeding bids me tell you this, and reason to my love is liable.
How foolish your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed to have yielded to them. Fetch me my coat, where I will go. And look where Cicero has come to fetch me.
Good morrow, Caesar.
Good morrow, Cicero. What time is it?
Caesar, 'tis struck 8.
I thank you for your pains and courtesy. I am to blame for this waited for. I have an hour's talk in store for you. Remember that you call on me today, and be near me that I may remember you.
Caesar, I will. And so near will I be, that your best friends shall wish I had been further.
Good friends, go in and taste some wine with me, and we, like friends, will straightway go together. Yeah, it's a march of confidence.
Hi, sister, but not gone. I wish your enterprise today may thrive.
What enterprise, soothsayer?
Fare thee well.
What said the soothsayer?
She said she wished our enterprise might thrive. This shall be done. If our purpose is known, then either Caesar or Cassius shall never survive. I shall see myself.
Look how she makes to him. Mock her.
The sun, we go to the Caesar, I fear this is ever Christ.
Cassius, be constant. But look, she smiles and Caesar doth not change.
Which yourself knows time.
Let him go. At present, we prefer his suit to Caesar.
He is pressed. Press me in second.
Yes, you want to first set yours up.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss that Caesar and his Senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty, most puissant Caesar, manless Simba throws before thy seat a humble heart.
I must prevent these, Simber. These couchings and these lowly courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary men, and turn preordinance and first decree into the law of children. Thy brother by decree is banished, and if you choose to bend and pray and fawn for him, then I spur thee like a cur out of my way.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own to sound more sweetly in great Caesar's ear for the repealment of my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, Caesar, but not in flattery, desiring that thee give Publius Simba an immediate freedom of appeal.
What, Brutus?
Oh, pardon, Caesar, Caesar, pardon. For as low as thy feet doth Cassius kneel. Beg enfranchisement to Publius Simba.
I could be well moved if I were as you. And if I could pray to move, then prayers would move me. But I am as constant as the northern star, whose true and fixed resting quality has no fellow in the firmament. So in the world, 'tis well furnished with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive. And in their number I do know but one, who unassailed holds on his rank, and that I am he. Let me a little show of it now. That constant I was, that Simba remained banished, and constant do remain to keep him so.
Oh, Caesar.
Now, hence wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Great Caesar.
Doth not Brutus Publius kneel?
My lord, if there is an issue of freedom, then let the Senate speak on it!
I am the Senate! Speak! Hence! At two, brute's head. Then fall. Caesar!
Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead! Crying about the streets! Yes! Up to the common movement and cry out! Liberty, freedom, and enfranchisement!
People and senators, be not affrighted! Fly not! Stand still! Ambition's debt is paid!
Go to the pulpit, Brutus.
And Cassius too.
Stand fast together, lest some friend of Caesar should chance.
Halt not of standing! Cicero, good cheer, there's no harm intended to your person, nor to any citizen else. So, tell them, Cicero.
And leave us, Cicero, lest the people rushing upon us may do your age some mischief.
Do so, and let no man abide this deed, but us, the doers. Lucius.
Lucius, where's Mark Antony?
He has fled to his house amazed. Men, wives, and children stare, crowd, and run as if for doomsday.
Oh, fates, we will know your pleasures, and we shall die soon, we know. It is the time and the days that stretch about that men stand upon.
Oh, come now, Brutus. He who cuts off 20 years of his life cuts off so many, fearing death.
Aye, that makes us friends of Caesar's, right? Yes, that makes us friends. That we abridge the time between him ever having to fear death. Therefore, stoop, men stoop, let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood, all the way up to the elbows. Aye, and then besmear our swords in his blood, and then take it above our heads, wave it over us, walk forth, even to the nearest marketplace. Let's all scream, peace, liberty, freedom!
Well then, stoop. Watch and think how often this our lofty scene may be acted over and over in countries yet unborn, accents yet unknown.
How many times shall Caesar die? That now he lies at the bases of Pompeii. No wonder that
turned to dust.
So oft as that shall be, so oft shall the lot of us be called the men that gave their country liberty.
What, shall we forth?
Yes! Every man of us. Brutus shall lead, and the rest of us will grace his heels, each with the best and boldest of hearts.
Yes. Oh, wait, Cassius. So Mark Antony. Ah, here comes Mark Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony. Look at what we did. Mark Antony.
Mighty Caesar, dost thou lie so low? All of thy conquests, glories, triumphs, and spoils reduced to this little measure. Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be left led? Who else is rank? If by myself there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor no instrument of half as worth as your swords, made rich with the most noble blood in all the world. No place would please me so. No means of death is here by Caesar, and by you cut off the choice and master spirit of the age.
Oh, beg not your death of us, Mark Antony. Though right now we seem all bloody and cruel. Oh, our hearts you see not. Our hearts are full of pity. Yes, pity. And it is pity to the general wrong of the nation that hath done this deed upon Caesar. To you, for your part, our swords have leaden points. But, Mark Antony, our arms strength in malice, our hearts, oh brothers, is temper. We do receive you with all kinds of good thoughts, reverence, and love. Yes.
Why, Mark Antony, your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of you dignitaries.
Yes, and once you have delivered to the multitude the reason for our Caesar's death, and once you've decided them with fear, yes, once you've decided them with fear, I will deliver to you. Yes, Mark Antony, I will deliver to you. Why, I that did love Caesar hath proceeded to do so.
I doubt not of your wisdom. Gentlemen, all the less, what shall I say, that I did love Caesar? 'Tis true. If he looked down upon us now, would he not grieve thee dearer than thy death to see Antony, making his feast, shaking the bloody fingers of thy enemies, most noble, in the presence of thy court? I had as many eyes as thou hast wounds. Weeping as fast as they stream forth thy blood, it would suit me better than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies. Oh, Julius, here wouldst thou pay brave part. Here didst thou fall. And here thy enemies stand, signed in thy spoil and crimson in thy leaf.
Watch yourself, Mark Antony.
Pardon me, pious Cassius. The enemies of Caesar shall say this, that in a friend is cold marks.
I am not for praising Caesar so, but what compact will you have with us? Will you be pricked in number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Friends, and I with you all and love you all. Hope that you can give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Yes, most definitely. And once we have told you, or else this were a sad spectacle, right? If there was no reason. But Mark Antony, I promise you, yes, I promise you that once we have told you our cause, you'll find that it's so full of good regard. Yes, so full of good regard that even you, yes, you, Mark Antony, the son of Caesar, the other son of Caesar, why, I'm your son as well. That makes us brothers, doesn't it? Yes, that makes us brothers. Yeah, once I deliver to you, even you should be satisfied.
That's all I see. And, moreover, sooner that I may produce his body to the marketplace, where, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You most definitely shall, Mark Antony. Why, of course. That is it.
Brutus, a word! You know not what you do. Do not consent that Mark Antony should speak in his funeral. Know you not how he may move the people so with his words?
reason for Caesar's death. What Mark Antony says, I shall protest. And, he speaks by leave and permission. And so this should advantage us more than do us wrong.
I know not what may fall, but know this. I like it not.
Oh, Mark Antony, take you the body then. And in your funeral speech, you should not blame us. Yes, but I suggest that you devise all good you can of Caesar. And say you do it by our leave and permission. Is that acceptable, Mark Antony? Will you do so?
Be it so. I desire no more.
Very well then. Take you the body then, and follow us. Good boy.
Pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man to ever live in the tide of times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds, now I do prophecy. And curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all parts of the nation. Blood and destruction shall be so in use. Dreadful objects so familiar that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered in the hands of blood. All pity choked with custom of fell deeds, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth, with carrion men groaning for burial. You serve Octavius Caesar, do you not?
I do, Mark Antony.
Caesar did send for him to come to the capital.
Aye. He did receive his letters and is coming, and bid tell me that. Caesar!
My heart is big. The important passion I see is catching. Mine eyes. Same as beats a star that stands in night. Begin to light. Is thy master coming?
Aye. He was tonight with 7 weeks of the city.
Post back with speed and tell him what it's chanced. Here is a mourning nation, a dangerous nation, no nation of safety for Octavius yet. Hie hence and tell him so. Yet, stay a while. Thou shalt not back till I have borne this corpse to the marketplace, where I shall try in my oration and see how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men, according to the which thou shalt discourse to on Octavius the state of things. When you're
Halftime.
descending. Silence!
Be patient till the last. Senators, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor and have respect for mine honor that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom and awake your senses that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend asks why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, no, but that I loved my country more. Would you rather that Caesar were living and die all slaves, or that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There's tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who here is so vile that would not love his own country? If any, speak for him I've offended. Come on then, speak. I pause for a reply.
None, Brutus.
None.
Why then none have I offended? I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol, and neither will his glories be extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor will his crimes be enforced, for which he suffered death. And with this I depart, that I slew my best lover for the greater good of the public. But know this, my countrymen, that I have the same dagger for myself, should my country require my death of me.
Live, Brutus, live!
We'll bring triumph home to his house.
Give him a statue with his ancestors.
Let him be Caesar.
Yes.
Caesar's better part shall be crowned.
Of course, yes.
We'll bring him to his house with shouts and clamors.
Yes.
My countrymen, please, I wish for none of that. I wish that just me. I will leave now. And I wish for all of you to stay here with Mark Antony, which graces Caesar's body, and graces speech, which tends to Caesar's glories. Aye, and Mark Antony speaks by our leave and permission. Yes, he speaks by our leave and permission. I pray thee, not one person leave, not one soul, nay, save myself. Please, Mark Antony.
Stay, let us hear Mark Antony.
Let him go up into the public chair. We'll hear him. No more Antony, go up.
Brutus' sake, I'm beholden to you.
What does he say of Brutus here?
He says, for Brutus' sake, he's beholden to us all.
This Caesar was a tyrant.
Nay, that's certain. We are blessed that we are rid of him.
It were best he speak no ill of Brutus here.
Gentle citizens,
Peace, ho.
friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Evil that men do lives after them. Good is often turned in their bones. So let it be with Caesar. He was my friend, faithful, and just to me. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home, whose ransoms did the general concourse fill. Did that in Caesar seem ambitious? When the poor hath cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see on the Lupercal, I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? says he was ambitious and sure. He is an honorable man. I come not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, and not without cause. With cause, withhold you then to mourn for him. Judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar. I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his sayings.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong.
Has he, masters? I fear there will a worse come in his place.
Mark to his words. He did thrice receive the crown, and surely this could not be ambition.
Yeah, and if it be found, some may dare abide it.
Poor soul. His eyes are red as fire with weeping.
It's not a nobler man than Antony.
Yes.
He begins to speak again.
Oh.
But yesterday, the word of Caesar could have stood against the world. Now lies he there. No man so poor to do him reverence. Oh, masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I shall do Brutus wrong. I shall do Cassius wrong, who you all know are both honorable men. I will not wrong such honorable men. I will rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here is a parchment with the seal of Caesar. Found it in this closet. What's this as well? Left with the comments here this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read, and they will go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, bequeathing it a rich legacy unto their issue.
Reads the will, Antony.
Yes,
Patience! I must not read it. It does not read. You know how much Caesar loves you. You are not wood, not stones, but men. And being men, bearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you. It will drive you mad.
Let us have the will, Mark.
Yes,
Caesar's will.
Will you have patience? Yes. Will you stay a while? Yes. I overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I've wronged the honorable men whose daggers hath stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors, honorable men.
Villains, murderers. Read us the will, Mark Antony.
Compel me then to read the will.
Yes.
Shall I descend?
Yes. Descend.
Will you give me leave?
You shall have leave.
Make room for Antony, most noble Antony.
You have tears. Try to shed them now. Look, here's where Cassius's dagger ran. Look what a rent the envious Cassius made. Through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. This was the most unkindest cut of them all. For when Caesar saw him stabbed, in gratitude stronger than a traitor's arms, quite vanquished him, and then burst his mighty heart. What a fall was here, my countrymen. And I, and you, and all of us fell down whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel the dint of pity. These are gracious strides. What weep ye when you behold our Caesar's vesture wounded? Look. Here's himself, marred, as you see, with traitors.
Noble Caesar!
Oh, woeful day!
Traitors, villains! We will be revenged!
Revenge! About you need burn, fire, kill, slay, let not a traitor live.
Peace there, let the noble
Stay, countrymen!
Peace out.
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. The men that have done this deed are honorable. What private griefs they have, alas, I know not that made them do it, but they are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not to steal away your hurts. I am no orator as Brutus is, but as you know me all, plain, blunt man. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth. action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir men's hearts. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Show yourselves, sweet Caesar's wounds, you poor, poor, dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. Mutiny. Countrymen, patience, yet hear me speak.
Monsieur Mark Antony.
Good friends, you go to do you know not what, wherein has Caesar thus deserved your love. Since you have forgotten thus, I must remind you, you've forgotten the will I told you of.
Where's the will?
Here's the will. And under Caesar's seal. Every citizen he gives. Every several men, 75 drachmas.
Noble Caesar, we will revenge his death!
Oh, royal Caesar!
Go!
Patience. Moreover, he hath left you all of his private walks, all of his arbors and newly planted orchards on this side of Tiber. He hath left them to you, and to your heirs forever. Common pleasures, to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar, when comes such another?
Never, never! Come away! Away! We'll burn his body in the hole!
Yeah!
And with the brands, set fire to the traitors' houses!
Go! Fetch fire!
Put down bitches!
Shut the window! Anything!
Now let it work. Mischief, thou art afoot. Take thou, of course, thou wilt. How now, fellow?
I only come to tell you what I do know.
Where is he?
They are loose now, gone to Caesar's house.
He comes upon a wish. Thither will I to meet him. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will grant us anything. You know, Brutus and Cassius have fled the capital. Feel like they had some notice off the people. Oh, how I moved them. Take me to Octavius.
Yes! Secret conspirators!
I tripped tonight, I did feast with Caesar, and things unlucky did charge my fancy. I have no will to wander forth of doors, yet something laid before.
What is your name?
Whither are you going?
Art thou married or maid?
Where do you dwell?
Answer every man directly.
I am briefly.
I am wisely.
I am truly your best.
What is my name? Whither am I going? Where am I from? Am I married or a maid? And then to answer each man directly and briefly, wisely and truly. Wisely, I say I am a maid.
That's as much as to say they are fools that marry. You'll bear me a bang for that, I fear. Now proceed. Directly.
Directly, I am going to Caesar's funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend.
That matter was answered directly.
For thy dwelling and briefly.
Briefly, I dwell by the capital.
Your name, sir, truly.
Truly, my name is Sinus.
Why did you kill her? Tear her to pieces! She's a conspirator!
I am Sin of the poet! I am Sin of the poet!
Tear for your bad verses! Tear for the bad verses!
I'm Sin of the conspirator!
What does it matter? The name Sin! Pluck the heart from her name and turn the rest out!
Let's tear her comrades home! Fire rats burn all! Away! Go!
This many then shall die. Their names are pricked.
Your brother too must die. Consent you, Calpurnia?
I do consent.
Prove it down, Antony.
Upon the condition that Cicero shall not live, who is your sister's son, Mark Antony.
He shall not live. Look, with the spot I damn him. But Calpurnia, go you to Caesar's house and fetch the will hither. That way we can determine some way to cut off some charge and legacies.
What? Shall we find you here?
Or here or at the Capitol.
What a slight, unmarriageable woman meant to be sent on errands. Is he fit the threefold world divided and she one of the three to share it?
So you thought her, and took her voice who should die in our black sentence and prescription.
Yes, I've seen more days than you. Well, we lay these great honors on this woman to ease ourselves of divers slanderous loads. She shall but bear them as the ass bears gold. To groan and sweat under the business, either led or driven, while we point the way. We take our treasure where we will. We shall let down her load and turn her off like to the empty ass. To shake her ears and graze in the commons.
Do what you will. But she's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius, and for that I do appoint him store of provender. And in some taste is Calpurnia but so. Do not speak of her but as property. Listen, Octavius, great things. Brutus and Cassius are levying powers. We must straight make head. Let our alliance be combined. Our best friends made and our means stretched.
Let us do so. For we are at stake and bait about with many enemies. And some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of mischiefs.
Stand home, most noble brother. You have wronged me.
Judge me, you gods! Wrong I mine enemies? And how should I ever wrong a friend?
Brutus, this modest form of yours hides wrongs. And when you do them,
Cassius, be constant. Speak your grief softly, I do know you well. Before the eyes of both our armies here, which should perceive nothing but love from us. Let us not wrangle. Let's bid them to move away. Then, Cassius, in my tent, enlarge your griefs. I will give you an audience.
Casca, bid our commanders lead their charges a little from this field.
Lucius, do you the like and let no man enter our tent till our conference hath concluded. Have Casca and Messala guard our doors. What is it, Cassius?
That you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Hella of taking bribes here from the Sardians, wherein my letters, prayed by the men's side because I did know him, were slighted off.
You have wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should have to bear your comment.
Let me tell you something, Cassius. You are condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and mart your offices of gold to these underservers.
I, an itching palm. You know that you are Brutus that speak this, or else by God you would be—
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth hide behind her head.
Chastisement?
Remember March, where the Ides of March, remember, did not great Julius Caesar bleed for justice's sake? And what villain that touched his body that did stab, and not in the name of justice? What shall we that kill the most foremost man of the world, and not in the name of honor? Shall we bend down to the likes of these robberies? Shall we contaminate our fingers with these baseless bribes? Shall we replace the space taken by our honor and replace it with this trash? Cassius, I had rather be a dog and bay at the moon than be such a man.
Well then, dog, you forget yourself. To edge me in, I'll not stand for it. I am a soldier, elder than yourself, and abler to make such conditions.
Oh, go to, away, you are not, Cassius.
Urge me no more. I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your health and tempt me no further.
Fuck off. Fuck off!
Is it possible?
Let me tell you. Should I make way, Cassius? Should I make room for your rash color? Should I be afraid when a madman stares? Cassius, let me tell you something. I am the madman.
Oh, God! God! Shall I endure all of this?
And more! Bring to the brown heartbreak! Show your bondmen, show your slaves how choleric you are. Make your bondmen tremble. And for the gods may so please me, you shall digest the venom of your own spleen. Though it do split you, for from this day forth, I'll use you for my mirth. Yeah, for my laughter when you are waspish.
Brutus, speak carefully. Is it truly come to this?
You say you are the better soldier. Well, and appear so. Let's make your vaunting come true, Cassius. I should be glad to learn of nobler men.
You stupid, stupid man. I said I was the elder soldier, not the better soldier. Did I ever say better?
If you did, I cannot.
Do not presume too much of my love for you, Brutus. For I made you that which I am sorry for!
You have done that you should be sorry for! Cassius, there is no terror in your threats, for I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass by me like the idle wind, which I respect not.
Oh, come, Octavius! Come, Mark Antony! Come and revenge yourselves on Cassius alone, for Cassius has grown weary of this pathetic world. Hated by the one she loves, braved by her brother, checked like a common bondman, all of my faults set in notebook, to be learned by God and Rome, to be cast into my teeth. I can feel my spirit from my eyes. Here, take this. Take this good sword and search this breast. Strike at me now, as thou didst strike so eagerly at Julius Caesar. For I know now that when you did hate him worse, you loved him better than you ever loved Cassius.
Sheathe your dagger, Cassius. Your anger shall have scope. Do what you will. Dishonor shall be human.
Let me go in to see the generals! There is some grudge between them. 'Tis their weak they feel.
How now? What is the matter?
For shame, you generals! What do you mean? Love and be friends as two such men should be. For I have seen more years, I'm sure, than ye.
Vilely doth this cynic rhyme.
Go to. Away, sirrah, hence.
Away, away, be gone.
Lucius, a bowl of wine.
I did not know that you could be so angry.
I'm sick of many griefs, Cassius. No man can bear this sorrow better. Portia. Portia's dead.
Portia.
She's dead.
Oh. Oh. Oh, how sweet I felt when I crossed you so. Oh, insufferable, insupportable thoughts upon what sickness!
Impatient of my absence, and knowing that young Octavius and Mark Antony are only getting stronger with these tidings, her death came. And she grew distracted, and with her attendants absent, she swallowed fire.
And died thus.
the nurse. Speak no more of her. Lucius, my bowl of wine! And with this, I bury all my unkindness, Cassius.
Brutus, my heart is thirsty for that noble pledge, and I cannot drink too much of good Brutus's love.
Come in! Casca! Masala! Masala, herein I've received several letters that young Octavius and Mark Antony do come down upon us with full force, bending their expedition towards Philippi.
Myself have letters of the self-same tenor.
With what addition, Masala?
That my prescription and bills of outlawry, Octavius, Antony, and Capernaum have put to death on one
Well, therein our letters do not well agree, for mine speak of 70 senators that died by their prescription. Cicero being one.
Cicero being one.
Cicero was dead. By that prescription, my lord, have you your letter from your wife?
No, Masala.
This is strange.
Why ask you? Here you are with her in yours.
No, my lord.
Now, Masala, as you're a woman, tell me the truth.
Because you are a man, bear the truth I tell. For she is dead.
Why, farewell, Portia. You all must die, Masala. And with meditating as she did die once, I have the patience to endure it now.
Even so, great men, great losses should endure.
Well, to a work back alive, what think you of marching to Philippi presently?
I like it not.
Your reason?
'Tis better that the enemy should seek out us. In doing so, he shall do himself offense. He will waste his means, weary his soldiers, and we shall be here, full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Cassius, the people twixt here and Philippi are in a state of forced affection. They are grudged into contribution. If the enemy reach them first, they shall win them over, and that way they shall become refreshed, encouraged, and newly added. Unless of course we reach there first, we shall cut them off this advantage, and that way the people at Philippi will have our backs.
No, hear me, good brother.
And your pardon, good Cassius, we have tried the utmost of our friends. Our legions are brimful, our cause is right. And the enemy increases every day, and we are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood, can lead to fortune. Omitted, it shall take all of man's voyage and lead it to shallow miseries. On such a sea are we now afloat, Cassius, and we should take the tide when it serves, or else lose our ventures.
Very well. Then, with your plan, go forth. We shall along ourselves and meet at Philippi.
Aye, but the deep of the night has crept into our talk. Cassius, there's no more to say?
No more.
Very well.
Tomorrow morning, arise early and henceforth.
Lucius, my coat!
Brutus, it was an ill beginning of this night. Please, never let such division come between our souls once again. Let it not, Brutus.
Everything is well, Cassius.
Good night, brother.
Good night. Farewell. Lucius, call Pindarus and some other men. I'll have them sleep on cushions in my tent.
Medalus, Pindarus!
Calls my lord?
And good sirs, I pray thee, please, lie here in my tent. I shall Wake thee by and by on business to Cassius.
So please you, we'll stand and watch your pleasure.
Nay, nay, I shall not have it so, good Methodist. Lie down, please, it shall otherwise bethink me. Oh, Lucius, here's the book I sought for, so I must have left it in the pocket of my coat.
I was certain you did not give it to me.
Now bear with me, boy, I am much forgetful. I shall not do thee so much wrong as to wake thee. Good night, gentle lady. Let me see. Is not this where I left the leaf unturned? Oh, here it is, I think. How ill this taper burns. Who cometh there? What art thou? Speak to me! Is it the weakness in my eyes that shapes this monstrous apparition? Speak to me! What art thou? Art thou some angel? Nay, some god? Art thou the devil that makes my blood cold in my hand to stare? Speak to me! What art thou?
Thy evil spirit, Brutus.
Why comest thou?
To tell thee that I shall see thee at Philippi.
I shall see thee again?
Shall seek in Philippi.
Now that I've taken heart, thou vanishest! Ill spirit! I wish to hold more talk with thee! Lucius! Lucius! Metalus, Pinderus, awake! Pinderus! Lucius! Didst thou see something that thou so criedst out loud?
I do not know that I did cry.
That thou didst! Yes, you didst! Didst thou see anything? Lucius! Please tell me. No, please. Peace then! No one's! Magnus! Hinders! Away!
My lord!
Good sirs, I pray thee, didst thou see anything that thou so criedst out loud?
Did we, my lord?
Yes! Yes! And that thou didst! Yes! Didst thou see anything?
No, my lord. I saw nothing.
No.
my lord.
No. No. Pinderus, Metalus, commend me to Cassius right now. Tell her to set her armies betimes before the sun rises. Right now! Right now! Lucius, you do right now!
It shall be done, my lord.
Now, Antony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down, but keep the hills and upper regions. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand. They need to warn us at Philippi here, answering before we do demand of them.
I'm in their bosoms, and I know wherefore they do. They could be content to visit other places, and they come down here with fearful bravery, thinking by the face to fasten us in our thought that they have courage. But 'tis not so.
Prepare you, generals. The enemy comes on in gallant show. The bloody sign of battle has hung out, and something's to be done immediately.
Octavius, lead your battle softly on upon the left hand.
Upon the right hand eye, keep thou the left.
Why do you cross me in this accident?
I do not cross you, but I will do so.
Oh, they stand and would have parley.
Casca, stand fast. We must out and talk.
Mark Antony, shall we give sign of battle?
No, Octavius. We'll answer on your turn.
Stir not until the signal.
Ah, words before blows, is it so, gentlemen?
Not that we love words better as you do.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
In your bad strokes, Brutus, you did give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live Hail Caesar!"
Mark Antony, the posture of your blows are yet unknown, but your words, why, they rob the high plebeians and leave them honeyless.
Not stingless, too.
Ah, and soundless as well. For very wisely you have threat before you sting.
Villains, you did not sow when your vile daggers hacked one another in the sides of Caesar. You showed your teeth like apes, fawned like hounds, and kissed Caesar's feet. All while damn Casca, like a cur from behind, struck Caesar on the neck. Oh, you flatterers! Flatterers!
Think yourself, Brutus. For this tongue would not stand here to offend so today if Cassius had ruled.
Come, come! The cause! If arguing make us sweat, the proof of it will turn to redder drops. Look! I draw a sword against conspirators! When think you that the sword goes up again? Never! Till Caesar's wound be well avenged, or till another Caesar have added slaughter to the sword of traitors!
Oh, Caesar, thou canst not die in the hands of traitors, unless of course thou bringest them with thee.
So I hope. I was not born to die on Brutus' sword.
Ah, young Octavius, if thou wert of thy noblest thy strain, thou couldst not desire a more honorable death.
Nothing more than a peevish schoolboy, worthless of such honor, joined by a masker and a reveler.
Hold Cassius still.
Come, Antony! Away! Defiant traitors, hurl in your teeth. If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs.
Away, young man! Don't trip on your cape!
Well, blow winds, well billow, and swim bark. The storm is up. All is on the hazard.
Lucius, hark a word with you.
Rosala? What's up, my general? Rosala. Today is my birthday. As this very day was Cassius born. Please, be thou my witness that it is against my will that I am forced to set upon one battle all of our victories. For, coming from the Sardes, upon our former ensign, 2 mighty eagles did fall and perch, feeding and gorging themselves from our soldiers' hands who consorted from here to Philippi with us. This morning, they've gone away. And in their steeds, kites, ravens, and crows do fly overhead and look downward upon our army as if we were their sickly prey. Their shadows seem a canopy most fatal, as if our army lies still ready to give up the ghost.
Believe it not so.
I believe it but partly. For I am refreshed of spirit, and have shall meet all dangers very readily. Brutus,
Even so.
Now then, good brother, let us reason with the worst that may befall. If we shall lose this battle, then indeed this shall be the last time that we should speak. What then are you determined to do?
Cassius, I know not how, and I know not why, but I find it vile and cowardly to prevent the time of the life in fear of what might befall. I have therefore armed myself with patience in the high powers that do govern us below.
Would you be content then to be led through the streets in triumph?
No, Cassius, no. Think not that Brutus will ever go bound to the city. He bears too great mind. But this day must end the work that the Ides of March hath begun. Cassius, I know not if we shall see each other again, and so our everlasting farewell shall take place forever and ever. Farewell, Cassius. Why, if we do see each other, we shall smile, and if not, this parting was well made.
Forever and forever, good Brutus. If we do see each other again someday, perhaps, we will indeed smile. And if not, then it is true. This parting was indeed well made.
Why then, lead on, O men! Let's go to war! If only man could know the end of this day's business without it coming. But alas, it sufficeth that the end will come, and we shall know the end. We are going to war!
In Parthia did I take thee prisoner. In saving thy life, I swore to thee, that whatsoever I bid thee do, thou should attempt it. Now then, keep thine oath. Come now and be a free man, and with this good sword that did run through Caesar's bowels, search now this breast. Fingers, do not stand to answer, take now the hilts! And when my face is covered, as 'tis now, guide thou the sword. Caesar, thou art revenged. Even now, with the sword that killed thee.
So, I am free. Yet, but not so have been. Just I had done my will.
It is but change, Casca, for Octavius's legions are overthrown by the noble Caesar, as Cassius's legions are by Antony.
Oh, these tidings will well comfort Cassius.
Where did you leave her?
All disconsolate, with Pindarus' bondmen on this hill.
It's not that she that lies over there.
She lies not like the living. Oh, my heart!
It's not that she.
No! This was she, Masala! But Cassius is no more! The clouds, dews, our dangers, our deeds are done! Oh, mistrust of my success hath done this deed!
Mistrust of good success hath done this deed. Oh, hateful error! Melancholy child, because thou shows the act thoughts of men the things that are not.
What? Pindarus! Where art thou, Pindarus?
Seek him! Whilst I go to find the noble Brutus, thrusting this report into his ears.
Hide him, Masala, and I will seek Pindarus the while. Why didst thou send me for the brave Cassius? Did I not meet thy friends? And did they not come on my grounds, read the victory and bid me give it thee? Didst thou not hear their shouts? Alas, thou hast misconstrued everything! But hold thee. Take this garland on thy brow. Thy Brutus bid me give it thee, and I will do his bidding. Brutus, come apace and see how I regarded pious Cassius. Come, Cassius' sword, and fly to Cassius' heart.
Where Masala doth the body lie?
Oh, yonder, Casca mourning thee.
Casca's face is upward. He is slain. Oh, my men. No amount of tears can do justice to the honor that she hath made. Ah, Lucius, send her body to Thasos. I shall cry my tears there. Her funeral shall not be at our camps. Lucius, we shall try our fortune once more. Once again at the Philippi Fields, the second time.
means our friends can rest on this rock.
Julius did show the torchlight them. My lord, he came not back. I fear he is ta'en or slain.
Sit thee down, Flavius. Slaying is the word, and it is a deed in fashion. Hark thee, Flavius.
Aye, my lord. No, not for all the world.
Peace then, no words.
I'd rather kill myself.
Hark thee, Theseus.
Shall I do such a deed?
Odysseus.
Oh, Flavius.
What ill request did he make of thee?
To kill him, Flavius. Look, he meditates.
Now, is that noble vessel so full of grief that it lets out even in his eyes?
Why, good Metellus, list a word.
What says my lord?
Why this, good Metellus? The ghost of Caesar hath appeared to me 2 times several by night. At Sardis once, and once here, at the Philippi fields. Oh, Metellus, I fear my hour has come.
Not so, my lord.
Nay, I'm sure it has, good Metellus. Thou seest the world, how it goes. And thou knowest, the enemies have beat us to the pit. It is more worthy to leave them to ourselves than to tarry till they push us. Why, Metellus, thou knowest that we two went to school together, and even for a love of old. I pray thee, hold thou then my sword hilts, whilst I run upon it.
This is not enough, this for a friend, my lord.
Fly, my lord, fly! There is no tarrying here!
Farewell to you, sirs, all of you. Farewell to you, you and you. Farewell to thee too, Metellus. Farewell to thee too, Lucius. My countrymen, I found no man that had bear more honor to me than him. I shall find more honor by dying this day than Mark Antony and Octavius can by their vile conquest shall attain unto. Night hangs upon my eyes, and my bones would rest, for even fate has tried so hard to attain this hour.
Fly, my lord, fly!
Hence, I will fall! Go! Lucius, I pray thee, do thy lord one more favor. Thou art a fellow of respect, Lucius. Thy life I had a snatch of honor in it, if I might say so. Hold thou then, Lucius, my sword, and run it through me whilst I run upon it, Lucius. Give me thy hand first. Farewell, Brutus. Ah, Lucius. Farewell. Lucius, look away. Promise me you won't turn back. Promise me that you won't turn back no matter what happens. I promise. I cannot let you see me this way, Lucius. This is not how you see me the last time. You get that? Oh, Lucius. Caesar, now be still. I killed not thee with half so good a will.
What man is that?
My master's man. Lucius, where is my master?
The conquerors can make but fire of him. Brutus only overcame himself. No man else may have honor by his death.
All that serve Brutus, I will entertain them. Fellow, wilt thou bestow thy time to me?
Aye, if Messala will prefer me to you.
Do so, good Messala.
I held the sword. He did run upon it.
Octavius, take him to follow me that did the latest service to my master.
This was the noblest man of them all. All the conspirators, save only he, did that they did in envy of great Caesar. He only, in general honest thought and common good to all, made one of them. He lived a gentle life. Elements in him so mixed that it would cause nature to stand up and cry, now this was a man.
According to his virtue, let us use him with all respect and rites of burial. Within my tent his bones tonight shall lie, most like a soldier ordered honorably. So, call the field to rest and let's away, to part the glories of this happy day.